Welcome back to the kitchen, everyone. Thank you for checking out the channel as always. I hope you all liked the last video, Finding the Perfect Curry, episode 1. Looking forward to doing a lot more of those. So today's video, have you ever just thought when you've ordered a takeaway like, could I get this cheaper? Could I do this a little bit better? What's it missing? Could I add more? Well, today we're going to do a chicken and black bean sauce, an egg fried rice, and just some veggies to go on the side. We're going to do some green beans. So let's get into this. Let's start off with our chicken thighs, skinless and boneless, and we're just going to tidy them up a little bit of the fat. These actually aren't too bad. You of course don't have to do this, just makes it that little bit more healthier. And we're just going to dice them. Hopefully you're liking the new camera angle. And to the chicken, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of dark soy sauce, a tablespoon of rice wine, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of sugar, a teaspoon of sesame oil, and around a tablespoon of corn flour. And let's give that all a nice mix. And just cover that with whatever you like for your cling film, and we're just going to leave that for 15 minutes and we'll continue the prep while we're waiting for that to marinate. Nice and easy start. We're going to want 3 tablespoons of finely chopped shallots. Slice it downwards, just across once, and then I've just popped these on a plate for now so I can put them to the side and continue using the chopping board. 2 tablespoons of black beans, once across like that. Yep. So we want around 4 cloves of garlic worth, and we're just going to finely chop them, so just squeeze them with your fingers. I am getting pretty happy with my cutting skills. There we go, so 4 garlic cloves, and I'm just going to give them sort of just once more. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And we want around a tablespoon of ginger. Now this time, unlike the last video, the curry video, I am just going to quickly peel this. And if you didn't know, spoon works absolute wonders on ginger. Oh, don't you just love the smell of it? It's so zesty and fruity at the same time. So we'll just cut that end off. Now, just as finely as possible. And then if you can, kind of make a pile, and then you should be able to go down like this. We'll go once more. Beautiful. And no Chinese dish will be complete without some spring onions. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. We're looking for about 3 tablespoons full. I'm just going to take the ends off. Usually I'd keep them, but these are a little bit frail and narrow. Put them to the side, and we'll just give these a nice rough chop. Get as much of the white bits in as you want. That is where most of the bitterness comes from. I almost forgot, we've got to have a little pepper in there. This is a very fresh one as well. We sort of want cubes, as I say, starting to make a triangular shape. See, that triangular shape paved the way for all these beautiful cubes now. I don't want them too small, but some of them are a little bit OTT. Yeah, I'm happy with those, that's better. So let's get to cooking. Let's get the heat on, nice and high. That's nice and hot, so we're going with vegetable oil, about a tablespoon. You could use ground nut as well, which would of course give it a nutty flavour, believe it or not. And all we're doing is just waiting for that oil to just slightly start smoking. So I can just see it start to smoke, so I'm going to put the chicken in, be very careful with it spitting. Again, push it at the side of the pan. And we're going to shallow fry this for about 5 minutes. We can have a little wok toss. It tastes better when you wok toss it. Let's have one more wok toss for good measure. Get all of that in, and that's why it's ideal to put it on a plate, because you can just chuck it all in. And then just cook these for around 2 minutes. So we're going to add a tablespoon of the rice wine, tablespoon of dark soy sauce, tablespoon of light soy sauce, and 150 ml of chicken stock. And just cook that for a further 2 minutes. Almost forgot our peppers. And now that's been 2 to 3 minutes, we'll have a tablespoon of sesame oil, and let's go ahead and get in our spring onions or scallions and just stir those in. Turn off the heat, and you should see this will thicken up slightly. Now we're going to try and make this like a takeaway, and of course, what does a takeaway come in? A Tupperware. Yeah, we definitely don't need to order takeaway anymore. Let's move on to the stir-fried rice. So onto the egg fried rice, nice and simple. We're going to start off with 2 garlics. And nice and simple again, as fine as you can go. And again, just give them the once over. Same again with the shallots. Cutting them down the front again, down the middle, and cut them as finely as you can. Then we have our scallions. As always, I do just like to chop the ends off, not too much because you don't want to waste it. I've got 3 scallions here. We'll just pop those to the side. And some optional chilies. And just like a lot of my meals, I am going to leave the seeds in. And of course, it wouldn't be egg fried rice without the eggs, so we're going to put 3 in there. Always crack them on a flat surface. Now this is the important bit. You have to stir it with chopsticks. Changes the flavour completely. So we want to be quick with egg fried rice, so have all your ingredients at the side. I've got some day-old rice here, so let's get this started. Heat on, nice and high. And just noticed I haven't fully cleaned the bowl. We don't mind a little bit of the flavouring from the last dish, so let's get to it. 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. And as soon as that starts smoking, we'll go in with the shallots and garlic. And we'll just stir fry this for about 2 minutes. And what this method of cooking does with any sort of ingredients, we're just sweating the flavour out. We're not cooking anything. You'll tell as soon as you start to smell it, you know it's good to go. And then we can just push that to the side. Go in with our egg. Just keep stirring it around. You can also crack the egg straight in the pan. What that will do is create more of the yellowy part, so the yolk stays together, whereas this is more one consistent colour. Once it's about 3/4 cooked, just like that, going with our rice. There's 2 cups in here, so essentially I'm going to put 1 cup in. Give that a mix. Then our soy sauce, again about a tablespoon, but you want to pour this around the outside so it cooks underneath it. We want it to essentially burn a little bit. Give that one more stir. And lastly, we're going with our scallions and peppers. One final stir. We've got to have a wok toss. That definitely adds to the flavour. Quick little taste, make sure no one's poisoned it. Yeah, the egg's still soft. The rice is not crispy. We'll just give this 30 more seconds. And we'll get this in the container. And all we need now is the vegetables. So I'm just going to pop the lid on this. And we're going to want about 2 tablespoons of chopped garlic. So I'm going to go with 3 cloves. Yeah, I'm happy with that amount. Then we want a tablespoon of ginger. Just gonna run through it, get this nice and fine. So there is a bit more than a tablespoon here, so I'm not gonna put this all in. We don't want it to overpower them. So same pan again, just gave it a quick rinse. Don't worry, the flavors will add to it from the previous dishes. Same again, high heat. And we'll go 1.5 tablespoons of sesame oil. So that's nice and smoking. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Add the garlic and ginger. And just literally 10 seconds. Add the green beans, as many as you want. That's about 200 grams there. 100 milliliters chicken stock. 1 teaspoon of sugar. And then we'll just stir fry this for about 4 minutes. So it has been 4 minutes. You turn the heat off. And of course, we'll pop these in a container. Man down, pee overboard. And definitely scrape this pan. Now, I may always say this, but I cannot wait for this meal. Let's get it plated up and let's have a taste of everything. So we're gonna start with the beans. I think could have put more garlic in, but that just touch of sugar just adds that little bit of sweetness. It's delicious. Egg fried rice. Let's go on to the peppers, the chilies. Not too spicy. Just get that little kick on the back of your tongue. And the main ingredient. Let's try some of this chicken. There's so many flavors. I can't put my finger on one. Nothing comes through too much, and so nothing's too dominant. You just get all of it. Let me have one more piece. Would highly recommend this. It's a meal for 2, maybe even 3. I've put it in the refrigerator. I'm going to heat it up tomorrow for dinner. As always, I hope you've all enjoyed it. I'm super happy with how this one went. Also, don't forget to check out my last video. We're finding the perfect curry, episode 1. I'll put it down in the description. I would love it if you could smash that like button, hit the subscribe if you want to see more. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.